Let's get it.
Welcome. It is the summer in September, October, November, December. What's good with it?
Hey man, we live at Social Junkie,
Yes, sir.
2412 Washington Avenue,
Shout out to the plug.
Houston, Texas.
We're in here. I'm Marlon Lowe. Follow me on Twitter at Marlon Lowe, MarlandLowe, and we are always in business.
No doubt. Mo Elrod, follow me at HS Hopefuls on Twitter, Instagram. Stay sucker free.
And I'm just Mr. Alex Pugh. Follow me on Twitter, man. Moneyball_AP. I'm back. Let's get it.
But the thing about it is, we need all of y'all to log on. When you're on Twitter, hit the Summer Pod. At the Summer Pod, hit that follow button so you can get these updates and get these, what is it when they call it, when they tweet and they hit it, ring their phone right away?
Notifications.
Notifications. Right away.
Absolutely.
We own that thing.
Hey, just know, this is just the beginning.
So,
We got some special things lined up for you guys.
y'all have no idea.
No idea. Like, just the beginning, folks.
Talk that talk.
Hey, don't get me started on this thing right
Yeah,
now.
we ain't gonna let go get started. Look, let me have it, bro. I got it, bro. This is just the beginning, people.
Yeah, that's all. Leave it right there.
We're gonna leave it right there, bro.
Get me started on this thing. Y'all don't understand. We having fun. Listen to me. Understand this. What we do is great. It's good. It's just good. You can't say good business because we don't want to put like it's good karma. It just feels good. It's life. You know what I'm saying? We celebrate everything. We celebrate all the time. Enjoying our conversations. Enjoying the opportunity to share with you about experiences, opportunities, goods and bads, highs and lows, and we relish your feedback. I'm telling you, we love it. So it's just, man, it's just great. You know, so don't hesitate to share it with somebody.
Please don't, because it's basketball season and my juices are starting to get flowing and I'm about to get super swagged up. Like, it's about to be fun.
Hey, make sure y'all check out the previous episode number 23. How ironic is that?
Man, that was live. When you hit me with that, I was like, damn, I never thought of it. It didn't hit me like that.
Who was on 23?
Tate
Curtis.
I already know. I listened to it.
Sneaker design.
Jordan 31.
Hey, that was official.
Yeah, it's just a little gem, some jewels. You know, my whole thing is it's about basketball all the time, but you know, want to inspire the youth who just want to be basketball players, which is fine. But you know, sometimes you got to think about your other inspirations and aspects and things you want to do.
It's other ways to stay around the game.
Absolutely.
That's the thing.
Man, that's it.
He was a sneaker designer for Team Jordan.
Yeah, that's
Like
Jordan Brand.
Jordan Brand, not Team Jordan. Jordan Brand.
But hey, I'm gonna give it up to you. I'm gonna tell you that's why it's great for us to be together. Shout out to the plug, Mo Elrod.
Yes, sir.
For linking it up with Tate and getting him in with us. And ain't nobody gonna hide the fact that look, Mo got that thing done. You know what I'm saying? You know why? He don't have a problem reaching out. It's about networking, man. That's what this all is about. We have a good time. We communicate. We reach out to make sure that we help each other. And while we help each other, we throw it right back to you. You know?
absolutely. So what we digging into today? We just digging into some of this good food,
Man,
but dug into it.
Food was so good.
We about to take a quick break. After this break, we're gonna talk some quick hoops, but then we're going into some NBA basketball because our Rockets from this city is about to go. They're finishing vet camp right now, and they're about to be on top. And Moneyball says,
No. You can't tell them what Moneyball said.
okay,
You gotta let him say it. Let's go to this break.
Hey, man.
Let's go to this break.
Hey,
good job.
be back soon.
Hey, we holler at y'all.
Hey.
Stay tuned. Appreciate it.
She got everything.
Yes, she does. Jukebox.
What she got? Who that? Christian?
Nah, that ain't Christy. That's the other one that brought the food in.
Probably chicken.
But the one that the coldest one in here ain't working tonight.
Why is it?
The light skin that was in them jeans when we sitting right there when we walked. Shit, oh,
That
bro.
motherfucking Hooters off Kirby and 59.
Oh,
Them bitches that work up in there, them niggas, they beast.
Beasley.
Yeah, they
Kirby and 59.
yeah, they proud. They proud. Let me kill this right quick so I can get ready for me on you.
Get ready, shit. I ain't going nowhere.
Y'all ready?
Fucking right. You disrespect James Harden. Shit, it's gonna get
I
ugly.
ain't gonna disrespect James Harden, but we're gonna talk about this
Let's
shit.
get it.
Here we
I'm
go.
ready.
Oh, no. What the fuck is wrong with Clark, yo? Look at this nigga.
Clark, Cooper Hayes. Yeah.
Hey, Red? Was that real Grand Valley?
Yeah, he in Rio.
Fuck the school. Look at his head.
Yeah, bro.
What the fuck is he on?
Super fruity. Super fruity. What's the first topic?
I don't know.
This nigga real.
What you need, man? You wanna hear something?
Not necessarily.
Let's go. Let's straight jump in NBA real quick.
Yeah.
You sit. We hit some plug. No. By the time they hear this, it's over.
Nah, it's coming out tomorrow.
Oh,
Super 16.
Let's plug it.
In San Antonio, we got the Gasso.
Let's plug it.
Yeah, let's plug it.
Let's plug it. Let's plug it. Let's show some love. And we back once again.
Once again, we are back.
Hey, it's just us Fridays. Thursdays and Fridays. Y'all know how we do it. There's always something going on in the city and in the state.
Always.
We always rep it. It ain't just about us. We don't have no problem showing plugs and showing love to the next level. Right here in the city of Houston.
Hold on. Let's mention the one outside of Houston first.
Okay, go.
You got the Gasso taking place in San Antonio, Texas this weekend.
That's at Texas Hoops.
Yes, Texas Hoops Gasso taking place in San Antonio this weekend.
That's all the top teams from the San Antonio, Austin area, and even Dallas.
Yes.
What you think?
Gasso always throw a great event. I hate I won't be able to attend it this time, but no doubt in my mind it's gonna be a very well ran event with a lot of big name teams. And the competition level gonna be super high. So
Westlake going undefeated up there. They only play 3 games. If they play it, they win all 3.
absolutely, I hope somebody knock them off. I'll be the hater. I'm not hating, but I mean I like to see competition. Somebody go get them.
H-Town.
H-Town, go. Oh,
Super 16.
RCS Sports Super 16. I don't know where everyone else gonna be, but I'm gonna be at Pasadena High School, like enjoying game after game. There's so many games I'm looking forward to.
That's Jimmy Hicks.
Jim Hicks.
Hey, give
Put
me
it together.
some matchup that him and Doug put together.
Some matchups. Westfield is playing Chris Walker GLB. Yeah, that's
So
a
mean one.
that's one matchup.
Houston and Sealy.
Yes, we have Silsby and Tompkins matching up. JJ Chandler gonna go head to head with Max Evans.
No, he ain't.
Yes, hey, I'm looking at the
Who
schedule.
you taking on that one? Speak on it. Who you taking?
I'm taking Max.
Why?
Because I saw Cinco Ranch a couple weeks ago and they looked super weak. I saw them get 20 piece several times at the gas up.
Even with the JJ Chandler?
Even with the JJ Chandler, I saw them get 20 piece. So if I gotta pick it off the top of my head, I'm going Max Evans because I know he probably ain't no telling what he dropped. That's the battle of the lefties.
Shout out to Max Evans. He's going to Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt.
That's SEC.
Yes, it is.
That's in Tennessee. That's Vandy country. That's a Commodore. Ooh la 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 la.
Yo, I had no idea.
Yeah, no
I
idea.
had no idea that Max Evans had sisters and they're triplets.
And they get down.
Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
I was
They
like,
play volleyball.
Yeah,
They're
they
going
play volleyball.
to what, Middle Tennessee?
In Tennessee. And Max is going to college in Tennessee. Can you imagine how his dad put that together? He pieced that thing together right, huh?
Had to have.
Hold on.
Yeah. Stay on this matchup.
Yeah, we got to stay on these matchups real quick. We have Carl Nichols gonna get a chance to go at Fabian, Dawson and Atascocita matching up.
Hey, shout out to Jules Moore, 6'5".
Absolutely.
Very underrated wing guard.
Yes, he is.
Shout out to Jules Moore. They sleep on him.
Nimitz and Provision, Walter Prevost, Big Effie. That's another good matchup.
Okay.
Let me see. Silsby and Tompkins. That's
Silsby gonna play Tompkins?
two different brands.
Tompkins taking that thing. I love Devin McCain.
Tompkins
taking that thing.
Tompkins is loaded.
Tompkins played Sam Houston also.
Yes, they do. Later in the evening, Tompkins plays Sam Houston.
I'm rolling with Sam on that one.
No doubt.
Davis and Jacob Wiley and the rest of the crew. It starts at the top. And Josh Williams is gonna come through a little bit too.
I'm looking forward to that Klein Forrest Aldine Davis matchup. Ooh, Cedric Alley Royce Ham. Yeah, like it's.
And they got a new coach. Okay.
This thing official.
Hey, Hicks and Doug and put that thing together.
Put that together. Very, very spicy.
Show them some love for that.
Because these are matchups that you won't see on a regular high school schedule. Granted, high school coaches cannot coach, but end of the day, the competition level gonna be so high because these guys look forward to playing one another.
Hey, now, quick thing, right quick. If you're not from Texas and you're listening right now, we appreciate you taking the time for listening through this because we got to show some love to the city of what's going on right now. It's the third largest city in the country, so we got to let everybody know what's going on. But we about to get into this thing right now.
Let's get it.
And first thing we're going to talk about is some NBA basketball because the Houston Rockets are coming to the end of their training camp really soon here. And Alex Pugh is, man, if y'all, I don't know what city you in. Whatever city you in, you take the person who you know who is the most die-hard fan of whatever team y'all have, whether it's New York, the most die-hard New York fan, Miami, the most die-hard Laker fan. Alex Pugh is that dude in regard to the Houston Rockets. And listen to me, James Harden can do no wrong at any time.
Zero.
James Harden does wrong every now and then.
You saying that?
He does wrong every now and then.
I've never heard you say that.
Every now and then he does Olay. Olay. You know what I'm saying? He'll do for lack of better words, he'll do a bullshit reach, not give really real effort defensively, you know, but every now and then on the defensive end he can do a little wrong. On the offensive end he might be hunting a shot every now and then, but I'm cool with him hunting a shot, me personally.
I gotta disagree.
I'm listening.
So maybe about 4 to 6 weeks ago, I'm in U of H practice facility.
Hey, what you see?
And come a bunch of Rockets players.
Who walked through the door?
First I seen Kyle Wiltshire.
Kyle Wiltshire from Gonzaga.
Yeah, so I seen Kyle first. He looked real familiar because he was in Kentucky at one point, right?
He was.
Transferred over to Gonzaga. So I saw him first. I'm like, okay, Kyle in the building. Hey, Kyle had on the 31s, by the way. That caught my eye.
Absolutely.
Then James came in the building.
Hey.
James Harden.
Big game, James.
He shook my hand like he knew I was on some podcast. He said, is that Mo?
That's probably what he thought to himself. He's probably looking for me.
But anyway, my man James was in the building, and I'm like, I'm hyped. I was getting ready to leave. I said, let me stay.
So you stayed and watched them play?
I watched them play.
Hold on, before I ask my next question,
yes.
Who else walked through the door? Did anyone else show up?
Yes, Pat Bev.
Okay, the Wolverine.
That's a great name. Wolverine came in the building. Who else from the Rockets came through? A couple bigs. Isaiah Taylor came through there.
And the big man from Louisville, Onuaku.
Okay.
Arens.
Okay, yeah, I don't know him.
Mm-hmm. That's the big man.
So he came. So they was all in the building.
Okay.
Even Ty Lawson was in the city, and he came through that thing as well. Anyway, make a long story short, I saw for the first time James Harden. Now, mind you, they're playing against U of H players.
Absolutely.
So this is obviously
grown men, not pros, but grown men.
Absolutely. I saw James Harden get in the stands.
Oh, you think it's a game?
And lock up.
You damn right.
So I said to myself, if this man does this on a regular basis, like if this becomes a part of his mantra, his demeanor, he would definitely be one of the best players in the league?
Since this is your opinion, I'm gonna let you get away with that. So, one of the best players in the league.
Yeah, I mean, he's all okay. Let me backtrack.
Yeah, please.
He's already one of the best players in the league, right?
Okay. So
what
if
I'm saying, if the way he was locking up that day, like really giving effort, getting over the top of screens, talking, communicating, help side, like the whole 9 yards, he did everything but die for a loose ball.
I don't want you to die for a loose ball.
And yes, I understand that as well. I'm saying he did everything but that. So
you walked away impressed.
No, I walked away saying he can do that.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, like damn, he can actually guard.
I'm really trying to tell you.
No, but he looks. When I watch him on NBA TV, he doesn't show any effort, or rarely shows effort on the defensive end. Like it's to the point where he, like somebody in his crew, got to be like, dog, you really making us look bad. The way you have to do Olay right past you,
every night
lay it up.
It'd be an Olay.
It'd be the worst though. It'd be shocking the full worst.
It does, you know what I'm saying? But I can't, me personally, I cannot put all of the blame on James. You know that's my guy, so I'm gonna take up for him.
I don't care. For somebody that is defense, we gonna guard. Like that's your mantra.
You go
day
hard.
in, day out. So how could you possibly deviate from your core principles when it comes to one person?
Hey,
you know,
rules change when you can go get 40 or 50, bro. Rules change when you can consistently get 40 or 50.
But what if your man is getting 30 and 40? Then I mean, you pretty much cancel yourself out.
No. I mean, then now I gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta address the issue.
So then the issue is, it's one thing, like if you can't do something, you physically cannot do it.
Absolutely.
I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta wash your hands. Like, you can't do it. I saw it with my own 2 eyes.
He's always been able to defend.
So then why not do it on a day in and day out basis?
I don't think he has enough help, and I think that he just don't do it because he knows he got a lot on his shoulder.
That's part of the reason.
Not that that's an excuse.
Yeah.
It is an excuse.
It is an
You know what I'm
excuse.
saying? But I'm just saying that at some point in time, some people, he just take breaks sometimes.
He does. No. On the defensive end, he takes a break. In previous seasons, he's taken regular, frequent breaks. But at the end of the day, I who watch the Rockets regularly, I don't know how big of a point of emphasis it was. So from that aspect alone, if it's not a point of emphasis, I mean, that's just human nature. You're going to get away with what you can get away with.
I agree with that, but how could you possibly, a couple years ago, for our listeners, whether you new or old, Alex Pugh, out of his mouth, told me maybe 2 years ago
62.
they were going to win 62 games, they was going to win 8 straight championships, something ridiculous like that.
Or 72.
How is that possible when your best player hasn't bought into defense? That's impossible. That's impossible. That's never happened.
It is impossible for your best player not to defend and you to go win championships. I wholeheartedly agree, but at the same time, I mean,
you just like James Harden.
No, it's not even. It's not even about liking James Harden.
Yeah.
End of the day, it's really just this simple.
Oh, here it is, guys. Listen closely.
Anytime you have the best player on the floor, you always have a chance to win. Oh, so hear my words carefully. Anytime you have the best player on the floor, you always have a chance, and that applies to every single level. Yes, James Harden is the best player on the floor. Every single level it applies.
I know, I've had that feeling.
Absolutely. When you had Jared Allen, you walked in very comfortable.
Yeah, but it's not just about Jared Allen. I've had a lot of.
No doubt about it. Emmanuel Moody,
No, Let me a couple names.
Isaiah Austin,
Yeah.
Daniel House.
E-Man.
Yeah.
Anyone I'm leaving off right now?
Jared Allen, you mentioned him.
Some things.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk that talk, though.
Yeah.
So you understand it. You understand that.
Gabe Robinson, those dudes win games.
And most of the time,
Sean Jones.
those guys are the best player on the floor. And at any point in time, you walked in 100% feeling as if you was taking a win off the floor.
No doubt.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So from that aspect alone, now what takes place? That's a different story.
So check this out.
I'm listening.
Who's gonna be first in the Western Conference Finals? What place? First of all, what place is the Rockets gonna come in the Western Conference Finals?
The Rockets will finish. As of my thought process today, I have the Rockets finishing 6 or 7. 6 or 7.
6 or 7?
6 or 7.
You said the other day that they was coming in like 4th.
Nah, I think they can finish as high as 4, but end of the day, I think they finish 6 or 7. I definitely think there are 4 teams better as far as regular season teams, but where you finish in the regular season really don't matter.
What?
Where you finish in the regular season really does not matter.
It doesn't, but when the playoffs start, if you lost to them dudes above you,
That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
okay.
Because this game is about
3 years
matchups.
ago, the Rockets were in the Western Conference Finals.
Absolutely, and James Harden was not defended.
Was that a fluke?
Absolutely not, it was a fluke. No, it was not.
We were not in the first round last year.
Yes, we were. That was not a fluke neither. That just is the dynamic of the Houston Rockets. Glitter, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's really, really golden. Sometimes it's
So now this year, they're gonna be,
glitter.
now you said this year they're gonna be 6 or 7.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you in the top 8,
Let's talk about it.
let's talk about
Let's
it.
talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
So they're not finishing. Okay, so then give me that order then, if you can.
The order of the other
top 8. Here's
my top 4.
Here's the reference.
I have the Warriors.
At 1.
In no specific order.
Okay.
My top 4. I have the Warriors, the Spurs, the Thunder, and the Jazz. That's my top 4.
Warriors, Spurs, Thunder, Jazz.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine. So that means that still you have the Clippers above it as well. Clippers.
Honestly, I don't feel as if the Clippers are better. Now, regular season, okay, record-wise, they might finish with a better record. That's a toss-up. They're not better than the Rockets, but wins-wise, they could possibly finish with a better record. And I'm not mad at that.
Portland.
Portland's not better than the Rockets. Now once again, regular season win total, Clippers, Rockets, Portland, all of them are right there in that same bunch. They're going to finish anywhere from between 45 to 55 wins.
Mavs.
The Mavs are, Rick Carlisle is keeping them afloat just from his execution alone. But roster-wise, athleticism, due to the fact that they can execute, they'll win their fair share of games. It's not that they're better. They're definitely not better. I don't think they make the playoffs. And if they do, then they get that 8th seed.
Memphis. Mike Conley, Randolph.
Mike Conley, Randolph, Marc Gasol, Chandler Parsons.
Memphis.
It's not enough there.
You just called off 4 names.
You're
said
right.
It's not enough there.
You're right. That's exactly what I just did.
All-Stars, maybe?
No, not all of them. Not all stars.
Three of them.
Yeah. I mean, it's good, but it's borderline. The defense is gonna be there. They have a new coach as well. The ball movement will be better, but at the end of the day, if you can't space the floor, like, you're gonna run into some serious trouble. And if I'm depending on Tony Allen and Chandler Parsons to space the floor for me, I'm super nervous.
We lost to the Nuggets
2 or 3 times last
4 times
year.
last
4
year.
times?
3 or 4.
And
Opening night. Smack.
I wasn't surprised. I mean, it was hurting. I mean, hurtful to watch, but I wasn't surprised. End of the day, the Nuggets have a really good coach, and they have a defense-first mindset. So if they come in with a defense-first mindset and understanding where defense starts and stops, which is on the glass, yeah, you can be a really good team and you can upset a lot of teams, no matter what your talent level is.
You do realize they finished last.
I do.
8th seed last year, right?
Who?
The Rockets.
I do.
Now you downgraded a little bit.
No.
How did you upgrade?
We did not downgrade at all.
Okay.
I can cut y'all off. That's y'all's conversation.
Yeah.
Because you know I can say y'all downgraded.
Because we lost Dwight Howard.
Okay, there you
You
go.
lost.
That is an upgrade.
You're foolish.
No, you're foolish. That is an upgrade.
Foolish. You're foolish to think that losing Dwight Howard was an upgrade.
Talk that talk, Pugh.
You're foolish to believe that. Then you lost Mike Beasley this week.
Losing Mike Beasley, upgrade.
Stop the podcast.
No, we're not stopping anything.
Let's get out of here, man. Let's get him out of here. This guy, you are really tripping.
No,
man.
I'm not. End of the day, like, it's certain things.
Okay, so let's start off. How did you upgrade with Dwight Howard from losing Dwight Howard?
If you are not 100% bought in, if your energy and your effort level is not going to be from a team point of view, if you're worried about
Say it. Say it.
Touches?
if you're worried about
Say
your
it.
touches
Why would
from the low post and that's not the recipe
What's the recipe?
for the white
Threes?
no for
Because y'all don't even make threes. If that's the recipe for the Rockets is to make threes, and you got really one guy that can make
Hold on.
threes.
In regards to Dwight Howard, if Dwight Howard wanted to help the Houston Rockets, he would have been very, very eager to play in pick and roll. And if he would have played in pick and roll, he would have been a monster double-double. He could have easily averaged 18, 19 points playing out of pick and roll. But if you want me to throw you the ball on the low post where you cannot score the basketball outside of a dunk, and if they foul you, you cannot convert on free throws,
Next
I
question.
don't have time for it.
Question for you. Play pick and roll with who?
With James Harden and Dwight Howard.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that. So, James Harden in pick and roll, is he really going to hit the cutter? Or is he going to shoot the ball?
James Harden is a willing and able passer. If he's open, he's gonna deliver the ball.
I saw that.
The
Hold on,
problem is
hold on.
Dwight Howard didn't want to play in pick and roll.
I saw that as well. Now, granted, it was just pickup, right? But I saw that James is a willing passer, right? And I
Point guard status. Let's get it.
I believe that. But there were times last year where like he would make James Harden would make like the absolute worst pass, like almost on purpose. Like he would throw a lob. He would throw a lob as if like Dwight is not there, but he is there. But I don't want you to catch it because I want you to dunk. It was just a lot of weird. It was a lot of weird stuff going on.
That's wrong, brother.
That's how it was. Though.
And several times you saw
I
him
can pull
throw a
up a video.
lob, and Dwight Howard wouldn't jump. He would slap his thigh, making an excuse instead of making a play on the basketball. I don't care if you can dunk it. At least snatch it out the air, come down, gather yourself, and power up. But to not make an effort and just start crying back down the court, then come back down the court, not challenge shots, not want to rebound the basketball, get off my team.
Okay, but here's the thing too. Damn, right?
Get off my team. And I told him that.
We know. I'm gonna get to that in a second.
I told him that.
So my thing is this though. They were treating Dwight Howard as if he was like a third-class citizen. It wasn't like he had the super tail end of his career. Like he's still a valuable player. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Still a valuable player in the NBA.
Value comes from what? For Dwight Howard.
Productivity, production, block shots, rebounds.
Where does his value come from? That is the question.
If you brought him in for a reason, right? Hold on.
To be a rim protector.
I mean, that's not really his. Okay, that's cool. But you brought him in for a reason. He go to management and he say, "Hey, man, look, I'm cool with what y'all got me doing, whatever. Can I get the ball a couple more times? This, that, and the third.
Couple touches.
I'm not. One thing I'm not gonna do. We just talked about James Harden not playing defense and allowing his guy to go by him like willingly, right? If I'm Dwight Howard, I'm saying to myself, I'm not about to be rim protecting for you when you just let your man go by you. And then I'm in foul trouble.
Okay.
And then hold on. Then on the offensive end, you shooting all the balls. You like the fun police. I'm not. If I was him, I would have been just upset.
Okay, Dwight Howard. Since you cannot score and you don't want to rebound,
How many times has he been an all-star?
who cares how many times he's been an all-star?
lot.
Why has he been an all-star?
Because in Orlando, his numbers were there.
From what? Rim protecting?
Exactly.
His numbers were there because he had nobody else. He had, I'm not gonna call them bums,
But
but
he took him to the Eastern Conference Finals with nobody else.
To the finals.
I apologize.
And should have won. They should have beat the Lakers that year if Steph Van Gundy wasn't trying to prove a point.
Stan.
That was Stan.
Stan Van Gundy.
I said, what I say?
Steph.
Steph.
No big deal.
Jeff, look, Jeffrey Stan together.
I mean,
They would have won. They would have beat the Lakers that year. You had Skip to Malu coming soon. Ray for Austin, like leading the charge.
and they started.
Then they bring Jameer Nelson back. He's been out the whole year.
They could have won that
tricked
series.
off.
But at the end of the day, like
And he wasn't just a rim protector. He was that guy. That was Superman.
that was 24, 25-year-old Dwight Howard. His athleticism was still off the charts. His effort, you know what I'm saying? But somewhere along the way,
You gotta have motivation somewhere.
you have to have a motivation. And Dwight Howard, he does not play motivated.
Because he was not touching the ball.
Basketball, like we're playing basketball, bro.
Hey, if we were to go play pickup right now today,
Yes.
I took 8 shots and I missed them. Would you give it to me for a night? Or would you say, hold on, Pugh, you go get that rebound, you watch me do my thing?
Oh, we can rebound.
Exactly. So if you're not putting it in the basket, I'm not going to continue to throw you the basketball. I don't have time to watch that ugly jump hook. End of the day, if you want to help my
You're
team,
gonna have a monster.
put your shoulder in somebody's chest and
He's
finish
going to
them.
have a monster.
I don't care about him
I was
having a
gonna say,
monster
let's,
season.
let's jump on. We can jump to the East now.
No, let's
I'm not going to talk.
Hold on. Because he answered one upgrade.
How do we upgrade? I break it all the way down.
Now, how do you upgrade from Mike Beasley?
Here it comes. Here it
End of
comes.
the day, when you upgrade from Mike Beasley, because I don't want to kill Mike Beasley over the microphone. Because you know we are a national podcast, and a lot of folks are listening to this, so I'm not gonna kill him. But end of the day,
No. They want you to tell the truth.
okay, if y'all want me to tell the truth, then let's get it. End of the day, Mike Beasley ain't smart enough to be on my team. Yes, I understand he's a prolific scorer. He can get a bucket from everyone on the floor. But if you don't understand how to play defense, how to rotate and shell, if you can't communicate, if you can't think the game of basketball, get off my roster. Period. Anything else?
How many players they got? Okay.
No. Hold on. I'm sorry, Marlon. I'm sorry, Marlon.
No problem.
The thing about it is that you be killing me for this reason only.
I'm listening.
When they're on your team,
Mm-hmm.
you're like Mike Beasley, except for Dwight Howard. Mike Beasley, I love him. Chandler Parsons, I love him. He's the best. Oh my God, I can't believe it. When they leave your team, they're the worst dudes ever. I don't understand that logic.
The thing with me,
That's the Donald Trump theory.
no, it's not about Donald Trump, because I understand, like, I see value. When Chandler Parsons was here,
The White Howard left. He was overweight anyway.
I mean,
He gained some extra power.
end of the day, he's just not very good. Chandler Parsons, when he was here, you're right. I was cool with Chandler Parsons. You know what I'm saying? He was on a second round pick contract, which is borderline league minimum. Like, he wasn't even making $1 million for the first couple seasons he was here. You know what I'm saying? So when he started to outplay that, and I knew it was time for Chandler Parsons to demand that money back when free agency time is time to roll around, get him off my roster, trade him, get something for him. Chandler Parsons ended up walking away from us for nothing. We should have traded him at the trade deadline. At the time, I wanted to trade him to Charlotte for their draft pick. We could have had Giannis Antetokounmpo. Just to put it out there.
Now, before we go over to the
No, we're not going to these.
we're not okay. Cool.
Nah, we're gonna talk about how the Rockets upgrade.
Now, finish that. No.
Yeah, we're gonna finish this.
Then give me your starting five. This is where shit gets real.
He got to finish with the upgrade first.
Now, what he just said about Mike Beasley.
But he didn't get a name.
Yeah.
He didn't get a name.
The Rockets upgraded because we added Ryan Anderson.
Speak on it.
Ryan Anderson, end of the day, for the way we play, and forget how the way we play, the way the league.
He was already there though.
Ryan Anderson was not there. Ryan Anderson came from New Orleans.
No, I'm saying he was already there with Mike Beasley.
Who? No, we just acquired Ryan Anderson this summer.
I'm saying he was still part of. Yeah, he was like last week. He just left the team.
Okay. Ryan Anderson is a specialist. Like If it leaves his hands, it's a bucket from the 3-point line.
He's a better shooter than Klay Thompson.
It's not. Ooh.
Don't even say. Don't even.
Is he a better shooter than Klay Thompson? I'm not gonna say yes, but I'm not gonna say no. Better yet, forget that. He's on my Houston Rockets. You damn right he a better shooter than Klay Thompson. Tell Klay Thompson come match you.
Oh my Lord.
You crazy, bro. Ryan Anderson got a clip. What?
Is she better than Klay Thompson?
Hey, I'm willing to put money beside it.
He shoot better than Steph too then. He shoot better than KD as well.
Coming in 6.
No. He shoot better than KD, Steph, and Klay.
I'm cool with saying that. I'm cool with saying that.
Listeners, you hear what I'm saying?
It's not about being biased though. Like
It
it don't make
is. You
sense,
just
bro.
say, he on Houston Rockets. You damn right. It is.
Talk that talk.
I mean, shit. End of the day, he can shoot it with the best of them. Anybody you want to name, he'll match it.
Okay, so who else?
Keep going.
Who else do we added Eric Gordon, who we also acquired from the New Orleans Pelicans.
Speak on.
Eric Gordon, he's a shooter. He's a hell of a floor spacer, but that's not all he brings. He can finish at the rim.
Yeah.
He can make plays for others. A lot of guys say he can't get, they think he's only a shooter, but at the end of the day, Eric Gordon is about what, 6'2", 210 pounds. He got a frame. Strong frame, which means he can play through a bump.
Yes.
So, and he's super long. So when it's time to, when he gets to the rim, he finishes at the rim. The question is, with the contact, can he get up and play again?
Here comes, say it again.
Can he get up and play again?
Which means what?
Excuse my, no, I'm not even gonna say that.
Kids listening.
Yeah, so he just forever thinks he's hurt. So he missed a large number of games, but that was on his previous teams.
But that's an upgrade.
That's an upgrade.
About missing a large number.
End of the day, he hasn't played for my team yet, so I'm not gonna label
Not
him
sure yet?
Yeah,
Okay,
so it's to be determined.
So here's
but for what he
more.
brings to our team,
Here's
it is an upgrade.
I'm gonna
Because
turn-
on my roster last year, I did not have not one elite shooter was on my team. Not Trevor Ariza, not Patrick Beverly. Those are guys that can make shots, and they can make shots regularly. But you cannot call those guys elite shooters,
Right.
elite floor
Shout out to Pat
spacers.
Beverly, West Side Chicago.
Wolverine. Now look, y'all listening, but y'all don't see me. I'm turning to Mark.
Yeah, don't look at me.
And I'm gonna pose this question. I want Pugh to answer. So they said that they upgraded, right? The Rockets upgraded by getting rid of Mike Beasley, and then you got Tyler Ennis. Speak on that.
Tyler Ennis.
He ain't played a lick in the league yet.
End of the day, the Rockets were desperate for a playmaking ball handler beside James Harden.
That sounds unbelievable. So then why you get Ty Lawson? Why'd you acquire Ty Lawson? That was supposed to have been the answer last year, and then you get rid of him. Like, how does that work?
Ty Lawson just didn't. I mean, end of the day.
Because at the end of the day, the ball must be in James Harden's hand.
But you also need a secondary player.
Not if the ball is going to be in James Harden's hand.
Yes, you need, in today's NBA, you need two guys that can play out of the pick and roll, two guys that can make plays for others.
Who was the secondary ball handler?
I mean, Eric Gordon can make plays for others.
He don't play out of pick and roll.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can play out of pick and roll. Hell yeah, I've seen him play out of pick and roll. Don't disrespect, first of all, and damn sure don't discredit.
We ain't disrespect.
Yeah, because he can play out of pick and roll. Now, Patrick Beverly, I don't ever want to see him making a play for anybody. Get your ass, play some defense, get back and space the floor. Outside of Eric Gordon, Tyler Ennis, as a playmaker for the Houston Rockets, everything else comes from
James Harden.
and then it's gonna come from Nene, you can feed him on the post, he can pass out the post. Ryan Anderson can pass out the post. No, Nene will not be a starter.
So name your five.
My starting five will be James Harden at the 1.
Listen to this, boys and girls.
Please listen.
James Harden at the 1.
James Harden as the points guard.
Okay.
Not point guard, points guard.
Points. I like that.
Points guard. You damn right.
I like that.
Patrick Beverly at the 2, Trevor Ariza at the 3, Ryan Anderson at the 4, with Clint Capella at the 5. That will be the starting 5 throughout the regular season.
And that's gonna get you 6 seed.
Yes.
Let's move on to the next topic.
Let's move on.
Hey, remember this, guys. 6 seed
How many
with
games?
that
How
5.
many games are going to win?
How many games we win? I can't put an exact
6
number to
seed.
it, but I will say 50 plus.
6 seed in the West.
If I had to put a
You
number
gotta be
to it,
about 50,
if I
55.
had to put a number to it, I was gonna say 50, 55, 56.
I'm okay. I love the Rockets. I'm a Rockets fan. I'm a Bulls fan first.
You should. You're from Chicago.
No doubt. But what I'm gonna say is
I
this. What I'm gonna say is this. You ain't a Bulls fan?
Nah,
Hey,
I like players.
what I'm gonna say is this.
I'm
I
listening.
don't do teams.
Don't underestimate them babies in Minneapolis.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. I have Minnesota making the playoffs. In the West, I have Minnesota making the playoffs.
So okay. So since Minnesota making it, you say Memphis ain't gonna make the playoffs?
I don't think Memphis makes the playoffs. Me personally,
Portland doesn't make the playoffs?
I think Portland sneaks in as an 8.
Mavs don't make the playoffs?
I don't have the Mavs in. If anything, I had you already named my 4:
Clippers?
Clippers, Houston, Minnesota, and Portland. That'll be that bottom 4. So that leaves New Orleans out. That leaves Memphis out. That leaves Dallas out.
Man. Phoenix, Lakers, they're
Phoenix
all
not good enough. The Lakers definitely aren't good enough.
right. Denver?
Denver, they're good, but they're not good enough to make the postseason.
Sacramento?
Sacramento, they still trying to figure out what they're gonna do with the rest. And I actually like Sacramento's roster. I really, really do. And now that's a team that they could possibly sneak in and steal somebody thunder.
Like who?
Like a Portland or
So you don't see, hold on, I'm sorry. You don't see Memphis making the playoffs?
I do not.
And right off the rip, you name 4 of their top guys. Mike Conley, Randolph,
Yeah, those are names.
Saul, and Chandler Parsons.
Those are names, but that don't mean those are names worthy enough to making the playoffs.
All guys that have been winning.
Yeah, you can say that as well.
How many, okay, let me tell me this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking this because I don't know. How many guys from the Rockets can go start on Memphis Grizzlies team?
How many guys from the Rockets can go start on the Memphis Grizzlies team? Ryan Anderson, Trevor Ariza, James Harden. Easily.
James Harden for sure. Who did Trevor Ariza play in front of?
He's better than Chandler Parsons. It depends on what you want. I'm not going to say, it depends on what you want. Because Chandler Parsons can make plays off the bounce. And that's something Trevor Ariza cannot do.
How many of them can go start on the Clippers since you said the Clippers were behind them? How many from the Rockets can go start on the Clippers team?
Just one.
No, you're crazy.
Name them.
Ryan Anderson, well, they have Blake Griffin.
Right. Coming in.
Well, if it was me,
Chris Paul.
No.
No.
How many players from the Rockets can go start on the Clippers?
One.
James Harden and Trevor Ariza.
Trevor Ariza in front of who?
Who's the Clippers small forward?
Jamal Crawford?
Then he's definitely starting over him. So who's the Clippers small forward? Is it Paul Pierce?
Paul Pierce.
Okay, then he's definitely starting over him.
Amen.
And if it was me personally,
LA. I can see.
I'm gonna start Ryan Anderson, and a lot of folks gonna call me foolish for what I'm about to say. But if it was me, I'm gonna put Ryan Anderson at the 4, and I'm gonna start Blake as a 3.
What?
Why not?
All right, never mind.
Exactly, because it's foolish until you actually think about
Let's
it.
go Mavs. Some players from the Rockets are starting Mavs. You can't say the 4 and 5. They got Tyson Chandler. I mean, what's the name at the 5?
Andrew Bogut
at the 5.
and Dirk
Dirk at
Nowitzki.
the 4.
And if they were smart, then Ryan Anderson would start over Dirk. Dirk would back him up. But that due to his tenure in Dallas, that probably wouldn't happen. But Trevor Ariza would definitely start, as well as James Harden as well.
Man, hey, look, I
Because at the
can't.
end of the day, you gotta go with your vets. Trevor Ariza, 9-10 years in, he can shoot the piss out of it from the 3-point line. He's an elite defender, and he can play. He can execute sets and play multiple brands of basketball.
Look, I ain't gonna argue with you there. I'm gonna say this. Look here, Rockets. Clutch City. We about to have a hell of a year then.
You damn right we about to have a hell of a year. Because the way this game is played,
What game? How's it play?
the way this game of basketball is played.
How's it?
Number one, it starts off with having an elite ability to finish at the rim. And I have have the best rim finisher in basketball.
You have the best rim finisher in basketball?
I have the best rim finisher in basketball. James Harden. The best rim finisher. And if he doesn't finish at the rim, then it's going to be free throws coming. And
to the playoffs.
I'm not worried about that because the only thing is in previous seasons, you didn't have elite floor spaces to create that space so guys were able to sag off of James Harden. But now with Ryan Anderson, I can close games. I can close games with James Harden, Eric Gordon, Trevor Ariza, Ryan Anderson, and whoever.
Shout out to Daryl Morey for putting the team together.
Shout out to Daryl Morey for, he did a solid job. I'm not going to say a great job, but he did a solid job putting the team together.
Who did you really want on the team?
I really wanted to add Hassan Whiteside as my 5. I really wanted to have Seth Curry, not Steph Curry. I wanted to add Seth Curry as my starting point guard, combo guard, 2 guard. But I wanted a Seth Curry, James Harden backcourt, me personally, because I know if I could hit the court with a Seth Curry and a James Harden and a Trevor Ariza with whatever else, I'm walking into a game snatching 40 points off the table in the first quarter. Patrick Beverly is a backup. He's best served as a backup.
Nobody beat Pat Beverly out of that squad.
Patrick Beverly
did not beat him out of that squad. He is a dog.
That's because his competition is Prigioni and Tyler Ennis, who is unproven.
And an unproven Seth Curry. He ain't playing in front of Patrick Beverly. Patrick Beverly is not allowing anybody to beat him. Nobody can handle that dog.
Patrick Beverly is an elite defender. But I know with Seth Curry and James Harden in that backcourt with everything else, we're snatching 40 off the table in the first quarter every single night.
Seth Curry cannot handle Patrick Beverly.
Seth Curry will bust his ass.
What?
Bust his ass.
Never.
Okay. When they match up with Dallas, we're going to find out.
Seth Curry might not even play.
If Seth Curry doesn't play, then Dallas is missing. And Dallas signed him for a reason.
They cannot do you know how many people have been trying to outplay Patrick Beverly since they came to the Rockets?
In an NBA where you cannot even touch, but now understand this.
And he can't touch him, and they still.
I want Seth Curry beside James Harden. I want him beside James Harden because with James Harden as the primary ball handler, Seth Curry can get buckets. Seth Curry can make plays off the bounce.
And then you got nobody who is the primary stopper. Hey, because Patrick Beverly guard.
If I'm taking,
he's going to play the best player on the other team, and he is going to give them problems.
That is exactly what we need off the bench. But if you can't make a play for somebody with the ball in your hands, you are not a starting guard in today's NBA.
That said, who's coming out the West?
Who's coming out the West?
Coming out the West.
Honestly,
or give me the Western Conference Final.
The Western Conference Finals, if I had to pick the Western Conference Finals today, I would have to say Golden State versus Utah. Golden State versus Utah. Absolutely. Utah is, wow, folks don't even know what's coming. I mean,
you've been talking about this Utah team for a couple months now.
They have arguably the deepest team in the league. They can play any brand of basketball you want, whether you want to go big, you want to go small, you want to go all guards, you want to go defensive, you want to go, like, they can go whatever. Whatever, because they're going to probably hit the court with George Hill, Rodney Hood, Gordon Hayward, Derek Favors, and Rudy Gobert. They acquired George Hill through a trade. Now, granted, George Hill is a champion. He did win a championship with the Spurs.
Yes.
He is a point guard. But in Utah, it's not like they play a freelance offense. So even though George Hill, truth be told, George Hill is a scoring guard. But in Utah, where you can come down, make that first pass, get the ball moving, once you're off ball, you be who you are. Be that scoring guard. Get buckets. You know what I'm saying? But he still can make plays for other teammates off the bounce.
Who off the bench?
Off the bench, they have Shelvin Mack, but he'll probably be the third string point guard. They'll probably come off the bench with Dante Exum at the one, who was out all of last season, their lottery pick 2 years ago. Alec Burks from University of Colorado. Joe Johnson, who they acquired as a free agent from Miami this summer. Trey Lyles as the off the bench 4. And if we're going NBA, modern day NBA with small ball, they're going Boris Diaw as the 5. Or you can go Derek Favors as your 5. Like, Utah Jazz is deep, but the thing that makes Utah a championship contender, granted, Boris Diaw is a champion, George Hill is a champion, so they have championship experience. Last year they were the youngest team in the league, but they added some good veteran pieces. The guys that's been in Utah for the last 4 or 5 years, they haven't really won. They haven't even made the postseason, so they gotta be hungry. They gotta be motivated to win. But on top of that, in personal opinion, yes, I'm biased. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to anybody. I believe Quinn Snyder is the best coach in the NBA. That's just my personal opinion.
Now, Utah, Golden State, who coming out?
Ooh, that's a tough call because Utah gonna defend. Obviously, the obvious pick would be Golden State, but I'm a against the grain type dude.
So you gonna go Utah?
I'm gonna go Utah.
Let's go over to the Eastern Conference.
Eastern Conference Finals, I'll tell you that too.
No, who you got?
Eastern Conference Finals, I think it's a no-brainer. It's going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Indiana Pacers.
Can we stop and go?
Please.
Let's rewind.
Let's go.
Let's talk about the first 10. You know, the Rockets got like their first 10 games.
Yes, I do. No, are they on? I mean, I don't care if they're on the road, if they're at home. Anytime you have the best player on the floor, you always have a chance to win. Don't ever forget that.
I'm good with that. I'm good with James Harden. I love James Harden.
You should.
No doubt. I'm just saying, we're gonna talk about this because sometimes I think at some point in time there may be some frustration that kicks in with James at some point in time this year.
Frustration? Why? Yo, as good as James Harden was last year.
Why? Because as much pressure as you put on James Harden, he can get to that rim just like anybody. At some point in time, it's a wear and tear on your body. If nobody else can get to that rim like he can wear him down a little bit.
Hey, when you a killer, you don't feel pressure. When you a killer, you don't feel pressure.
Hey, but you know, it ain't about the pressure.
It's not.
But you feel that bump though.
Who does? Who does?
You feel them bumps that come to you after a while.
What bumps?
They're knocking you down.
That's part of what makes James Harden special. James Harden 6'5", 227 pounds, and an upper body that can play through any bump.
Yes.
James Harden played 82 games last year. Name another superstar that did that.
Where do we go if James Harden has to sit back and just has to relax for a couple
Oh
days?
Lord. Yo, if James Harden missed a
quarter.
Oh Lord.
Right.
If James Harden missed a significant amount of games, it definitely will not be we will have to depend on our ability to be able to execute.
What would be in the lottery then?
Damn, if James Harden, we shouldn't because it's not Eric Gordon first time carrying the load. We would have to get it a different way, but
what way?
I mean, it's not going to be a different way. It just won't be as many rim points. It won't be as many rim points, and it won't be as many free throws.
So James Harden, we already talked finishing 6. So if James Harden just misses a game, we're not going to just say put us in the lottery.
Possibly. I'm not going to say we're in the lottery because it's a next man up mentality.
Just that right there tells us how much pressure you have on James Harden against his situation.
It's not even pressure on James Harden though, because here's the thing: as good as James Harden was last year, James Harden got better.
Yes, he has.
Like, no, I'm not even talking about from a personal standpoint. Just from the players added this summer, James Harden got better. You can no longer help. You have to stay home. You have to stay attached to those shooters. So that means it's more driving lanes.
It doesn't sound like we will get any points to the paint. Who's going to score for us in the paint?
Clint Capella's gonna do his fair share of dunking. Number one, we're gonna get a bunch of points in transition.
Dunking?
You damn right he gonna dunk the basketball.
dumpster's a big hit in the game. At least average 1 or 2 a game. Okay, he just
Well, as often as James Harden get there and he requires the big man to step up and help, Clint Capella's going to get his fair share because end of the day, he's super athletic.
Can we please move to the Eastern Conference?
Please. Because end of the day, I'm ready for this season to get started. Everyone sleep on the Rockets.
We almost an hour in. Man.
We already an hour
We
in.
don't even know the Eastern Conference. Man. You don't like nobody in the Eastern Conference. He don't think that we play the Knicks right away. He don't think that the Knicks are better than the Rockets.
I don't believe in Melo. I love Porzingis.
Derrick Rose.
I've never believed in Derrick Rose.
Never?
Never.
Brandon.
Hold on.
I like the addition of Brandon Jennings.
You never believed in Derrick Rose?
Me personally, no.
Re-injury?
MVP.
Me personally, no. Like I get it. Everyone likes to. Like I'm not even about to get on Derrick Rose because that's a whole nother hour. If I had to pick a team to come out the East right now today, I'm taking the Indiana Pacers over the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Over the Atlanta Hawks.
Over the Atlanta Hawks.
Over the Boston Celtics.
Ooh, Boston gonna be tough. But if I had to pick it, I'm taking the Indiana Pacers.
Who they got?
They acquired Jeff Teague from Atlanta.
It's a good pickup.
Their two, who is Indiana's two guard? Monte Ellis. Their 3 is Paul George. Their 4 is Thaddeus Young. Their 5 is Miles Turner. Like, that is a veteran squad. You win with vets.
Are they better than the Rockets?
Are they better than the Rockets? They can beat the Rockets. I'm not gonna say that they're better because their best player isn't better than my best player.
That's true.
So
I'm a Rockets fan, secondary to the Bulls. How will our Rockets fare against the Eastern Conference best team?
They'll dominate the East.
So we'll win 75% of our games versus the East?
Hell yeah. Against the East, yo, that 3-point line is a equalizer, bro. Like last year, with the way the Rockets played, I mean, we shot 33, at least 33s every game. I don't know the exact numbers, but I'm willing to bet we shot at least 33s. And these are 33s being shot from guys that are not elite floor spacers. But with elite shooters, elite spacers, if we just make 5 additional threes more than what we made last year, it's not like we were getting smacked last season. We just couldn't win close games down the stretch because we were not able to execute. We didn't have enough discipline. We didn't have enough floor space and ability to be able to execute. But just a couple more shots made, we're not even in those games last season.
It'll be interesting to hear a lot of feedback come in.
I look forward to it. I mean, end of the day, folks be hating. I don't really care about haters. End of the day, once you see Ryan Anderson shooting the laces off the ball, Eric Gordon shooting the laces off the ball, James Harden finishing guys at the rim, as usual, you gonna fall in line as well.
I don't have too much more to say about this. It's been talk Friday. Talk that talk.
We're gonna talk that talk. It's gonna be a good year in the city of Houston.
I mean, I don't know.
It's gonna be a good year. Because on top of like the biggest thing that I stopped watching the Rockets last season. Like straight up. After the first half of the season, I stopped watching the Rockets until the playoffs. Like that's how much they turned me off.
I mean, look.
And part of it was because they did not defend, we did not have an offense, and we couldn't make shots. So how can you not defend, not make shots, and not be able to execute, but think you're a good team?
You thought they were?
I believed in James Harden, and we got to the postseason as expected. But I'm not a fan of me personally, and I'm not trying to kill D'Antoni. I'm not a big fan of the D'Antoni hire, but I do respect it because if nothing else, our offense will be better. There will be an identity to what we are doing on the offensive end as far as ball movement and body movement.
Just score a whole bunch of points. Don't guard anybody.
Our defense will be better as well because we got rid of the guy that didn't want to give an effort. So now at least I have guys that are giving effort.
Who didn't want to give an effort?
Dwight Howard. The guy that got me put out of a Rockies game, but we're not going to speak on that.
And they did make it to the Western Conference Finals the year that he missed 40 games.
Who, Dwight? Yeah. How ironic is that? Without Dwight Howard, we go to the West, and well, he played during the playoffs, so I'm not going to say that, but end of the day, I don't even want to give Dwight Howard no more air. Dwight Howard, thank you for walking. You did the city a favor. I wish you nothing but the best. It is personal. So enjoy yourself. I do believe Dwight Howard will be better in Atlanta. I do believe that.
No, he's definitely going to be better.
Yeah, he's going to be better because the execution in Atlanta is going to be better. He's going to be better in Atlanta because he does have guys that can make shots and space the floor. But at the same time, he has what? They can't space the floor?
I'm listening.
Kyle Korver, Kent Bazemore.
I believe you. I'm listening.
But the biggest piece for Dwight Howard that's going to make Dwight Howard a better player,
Let me answer that for you.
please do.
He's wanted there.
No, it's not even
That's
about
the
him
biggest
being wanted
piece.
there. It's not even about him being wanted there.
That matters.
That's not the biggest piece.
That matters though. Y'all didn't want him.
You damn right we did.
So why give effort, maximum effort that you're looking for when y'all didn't want him?
The biggest piece for Dwight Howard,
They want him in Atlanta. He's from Atlanta. They wanted him.
they probably don't even want him.
They want
but
him.
they just don't smile because he's there and they understand he can be of a useful service. So, but the key piece for Dwight Howard, and truth in all honesty, he's going to be a better player this year off one player alone, Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder is about to destroy
The league.
the league, bro.
You said that.
Like, if folks don't understand what's coming, video game numbers. Points, rebounds, assists, steals, all of the above.
Don't do that to Dennis.
Don't do what to Dennis Schroeder?
The last time you said video game numbers.
But Steph Curry, and look what happened.
No,
Yeah.
you compare somebody to the Monstars and everything else.
I can't compare who, the Rockets to the Monsters?
That was the Rockets.
That was a team, but I'm talking players.
See, when he talk about the Rockets, you gotta take all of them with a grain of salt. If he mentions somebody outside of the organization of the Houston Rockets, you can listen to him. It's cool. Dennis Schroeder is probably going to go to work like he said.
Understatement.
Yeah, I believe that.
Destroyed. Like, I don't want to put his numbers out there, what I'm expecting.
Put it out there. 20 plus?
He'll probably be around 17 points.
Okay.
I definitely have double-digit assists. And when I say double-digit, I'm going to say, yes, double digits. 10, 11 assists.
Would Dennis Schroeder be an all-star this year?
Because they do guards as guards,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's a hard call. But as far as productivity, you damn right he's worthy of an all-star bid. And that's comparing him to Kyrie, and whoever else you want to put him up against.
Derrick Rose.
He's better.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in.
We appreciate it.
He's better. Yo, the looks on your face is what's making it classic.
Yo.
He's better.
Yo.
Y'all might not understand, like,
No, I like when you mention guys outside of the Rock. When you mention somebody from the Rockets, I don't listen to you like at all. I know it comes from a biased perspective.
it's not biased.
It is though. It is. It really is. But anyone outside of the Rockets that you mentioned, I listen to you. Cause I believe you know basketball. Your heart is into the Rockets, so you talk from your heart. You're not using your head most
Yo,
of the time.
as many times the Rockets done broke my heart, bro.
That's what you're using.
It ain't even.
It's barely ticking
Nah,
right now.
I'm analyzing the Rockets, you know what I'm saying, with my basketball junkie hat on, you know what I'm saying? Not the fan hat. I got the bucket, the Rockets bucket hat in the whip.
Right.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
can't wait to wear that.
Open your heart time and time again, and you keep going back. That's
love, man.
I'm gonna always roll with the home
That's
team.
love.
You know what I'm saying? But on top of like, I'm the best player in the league.
Before we get up out of here, real quick, what y'all think about the situation with Chris Bosh?
That sucks. But
It's like I heard he fired his agent. Is he trying to still play?
yes.
Why? I wouldn't chance that. Me personally,
Yeah.
I've made enough money. I love basketball to death.
You're a champion.
But I'm not about to risk it
You're
playing
paid.
basketball.
You're a champion, you're paid, and you have a family. Sit your ass down. Go to Dallas, live good. If you want to stay around the game, go get you a coaching gig. But we don't have time to watch you. I don't wish anything bad on anyone.
No
but
doubt.
from what is a possibility, I don't want to see you not make it off the court, sir.
Just
Get you a coaching gig. You can still three-piece suit it up, however you want to get down. Coach them up. Go help these young fellas get better.
why did he fire his agent?
That's a hell of a... Didn't think he was working hard enough for him. Probably just didn't think he went to bat for him enough.
Maybe he might have leaked some information that wasn't supposed to get out. Because it seemed like when the report came out, I was like, man, it's kind of devastating that happened, that he didn't get cleared. I'm thinking, well, I'm looking the next story to be he's looking to retire.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're like, nah, he's trying to still play. And I'm like, whoa, come on, bro. Like you said, it ain't worth it.
Very true.
Like you are, what, 15 years in the league, maybe? Somewhere around 13?
Probably 12 or 13. 12 or
Well,
13.
you had your run. Unfortunately, that's a very significant,
No doubt about
injury. Not even an injury. It's just a, what do you even call that? It's not an injury. You know what I'm saying?
It isn't, but it is.
Yeah, I'm saying it's not like,
Yeah,
it's not an ACL tear,
Absolutely.
it's not an Achilles tendon tear.
That's just body.
Yeah, your health.
Yeah, it's
your
just
health is really is just
health concerns.
Yeah, man, you just need to just chill, not get involved.
Ooh, before we get off this mic though, for all my fantasy basketball guys doing your homework, you know what I'm saying? The season right around the corner, so I know as many guys doing their homework. So guys that you might wanna go on and reach for.
Give him a couple nuggets.
Definitely reach for Dennis Schroeder. Do not pass on James Harden, yo. Like, I'm not gonna say anything else about it. Do not pass on Russell Westbrook, yo. He might average a triple-double on the season. But if you want the biggest steal, you better draft Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The Greek freak.
The Greek freak, bro. You better get that dude on your team. Because that dude's numbers this year, yikes. Paul George, LeBron James. I don't know who the best small forward in the Eastern Conference is. And it's like that.
Between who?
LeBron, Paul George, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't know who the best small forward in the Eastern Conference is.
You just ruined all your credibility.
How?
You don't know. LeBron, I think 27, 7, and 7.
That's what LeBron averaged last year?
27, 7, and 7.
So
Would the Cavs make out the East again?
27, 7, and 7.
Giannis top step this year. Maybe not the 27, but the 7 and 7.
27.
Okay, cool.
The last time an NBA player has did 27, 7, and 7. It has not been done.
Cool.
Do not disrespect that dude.
I'm not disrespecting anyone.
Don't tell
King James?
Yes, that dude, King James. Don't do that.
I'm not disrespecting
Carter, get at
anyone.
me.
Don't do that.
I'm not disrespecting anyone. Like I used to be a big LeBron hater.
I'll let you make it when you said that Schroeder was gonna do Derrick Rose.
Yo, if you don't,
He got a tear.
I'm looking at your eye. I heard his heart, yo.
He got a tear coming down.
Disrespect Derrick Rose.
Yo,
I'm still thinking about Pete Bear.
yo,
Wolverine.
yo.
Do that.
I'm not.
And then you're gonna disrespect Mr. 27, 7, and 7.
I'm not disrespecting
That's the
LeBron.
greatest.
I wholeheartedly respect
And you
LeBron.
think the two people have a potential to be better than him, and he just took a whole team and won a championship that had previously
Paul George
had
isn't better.
no other superstars. Kyrie Irving is now a superstar.
Kyrie was already a
Before
superstar.
this year, they had nobody.
Kyrie was already a superstar.
That dude
Kyrie been a
is that
superstar since he
dude.
walked into the league.
He's that dude's dude.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is that
How many
dude.
times he been to the playoffs?
He's in Milwaukee
How many times he been to the playoffs?
with a bad roster.
Okay, he's in Milwaukee. Listen to this. Listen to what I'm about to tell you, and then we're gonna shut this.
I'm listening.
He's in Milwaukee.
Uh-huh.
Talking about he's gonna be better than the King. Okay, guess what? Even bad teams got to beat the scores. You know how that y'all. Appreciate that. Thanks for tuning into the
Hey,
song.
guys, don't get that dude, bro.
Remember that even a bad team gotta have a lead score. That don't mean that you that dude.
Throw me your Twitter handle.
I love Kevin Love. When he left Minnesota, guess what? He didn't shine like that in Cleveland.
You right.
Things change when you on another team and you get that work against you. It ain't just you ain't just throwing up balls all the time because you're the best player.
But Giannis Antetokounmpo gonna be pushing the point this season as well.
Who's it, Mo?
Get Twitter out,
Yo,
man.
holla at me on Twitter, man. Marlon Lowe. At Marlon Lowe.
MARLANDLOWE.
Y'all know me.
Check me out, Mo Elrod, High School Hopefuls. One pass away. Twitter handle is at HS Hopefuls. Please remember to stay sucker free.
Yes. This is Alex Pugh. Follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is at Moneyball_AP. At Moneyball_AP. And for all my fantasy guru minds out there, you got a money league? Shoot me a DM, shoot me a tweet. I'm all about collecting. So if you think you got it, holla at me.
And there we have it.
The Money League.
Here we are.
You got a money league.
You damn right, man. I'll put up 100 and go take niggas' money.
Let me do this so I gotta do this when I get home, man. Let me get this right quick. Appreciate y'all tuning in again. The one, I said one
Pass away.
One pass away. It's the Summer Pod. Listen up. Today was a great conversation. That was
You
beautiful.
gonna start it over? Yeah, I think you might want to start that over.
James, talking about the heat, bro.
Thanks for tuning into the Summer Pod. We appreciate the conversation. It was a great dialogue today. If you are a Houston Rockets fan, you definitely want to listen to Moneyball and share his talk because he is a loyal fan. Hey, make sure that you have some questions or comments or like to hear from us. Need to get your feedback. Shoot us an email, talk@thesummerpodcast.com. Talk@thesummerpodcast.com. Don't forget to check us out on Twitter and follow us on Twitter @thesummerpod. Go to our website, thesummerpodcast.com. Give us about another week or two. We have our app coming out. You'll really enjoy it. It's gonna be fun. It'll be a great opportunity for you to share with people. It's gonna be really delightful. Not a lot of content in there. It's gonna be something that's gonna be one of the ways in the future. And everybody in the country is gonna have this and be wrong. So we appreciate everything. Appreciate your support. Make sure you send some feedback. We'd love to hear from you. Don't let us go another day without hearing something back from you. We love the good and the bad, and we always look to improve. Appreciate you, Marlo, and we're out.
Yeah, he up there, bro.
Man,
He up there.
Who that
That
shit?
shit was impressive.
Who that?
Kobe Sanders.
45?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that.
So we're gonna say this is Talk That Talk Thursdays.
Talk that talk Thursdays.
That's what you said.
Or speak on, now that's gonna, talk that talk or speak on it, whatever. Talk that talk.
You just said speak on it.